What's up, guys? Welcome back to ESL Weekly Cup number 7. I'm Sireph, joined by Mr. Jebro, and we're a little bit closer now to getting into Denial versus Toilet Papers, also known as Car Crash. And this match is going to be super sick. It's going to be one of those knock it down, drag out things, and no, looked like my game was about to crash for a second. I was really worried. That would have sucked so bad. But yeah, man. What is your take on this matchup? We're seeing it's Super, Can Scout, and Nag Nag coming into this, or Lady Nag Nag, not Lord Nag Nag, but Lady Nag Nag nonetheless, coming against like the full roster of Denial, which is Helseth, Tage, Fluid, Hicks, and Vanish. Like, what do you see coming out of there, man?
The problem I have at the moment is that I see 3 warriors running pretty much almost the same spec. The only difference being that one of the warriors is running 10 in tactics rather than arms. So the one who's running tactics 10 is PhD in Stomping, who's going for a bit more.
I don't think he's playing. I'm pretty sure PhD is not playing. Or maybe he is. That would be weird.
I'm not sure. And he's a really good warrior, so I wouldn't be surprised if they got him in. I'm not sure, but it's the thing is when you play warriors, like, all right, we got the CC and you got like you got the damage from the hammer and longbow and everything else. So Helseth's going to be having a really hard time with his clones. They're hardly ever going to be up. Ranger's going to have a lot of issues if he's Spirit Spec on the other team, who's Art. I can't say his name. Art P or something. Yeah, he's Spirit. So he's hardly ever going to have his Thief, there's going to be so much AoE, he's just going to have not much fun whatsoever. I'm afraid I don't like Denial's chances if Flu's going to be running 3 warriors, but I could be wrong, and I would love them to just completely rinse them for running 3 warriors and a ranger.
Yeah, 3 warriors.
Sorry, I love you guys. You guys are UK, so it's all good, but
I'm having a little bit of a problem getting the game up, guys. Apologies, gonna jump right back in. Had to reboot in administrator mode with a little bit, and this is it's I don't know, 3 warriors versus the standard Denial comp. Let's see, so much shutdown, so much stun, and then just like I don't know. I feel like there's gonna be a lot. I think the best way to put it is to just say exactly what Helseth said when he realized what that composition would be. In that he's like, wow, 3 warriors. What? And like, it's like, what do you say to that? It's something that like, it's kind of like
they could run permanent stuns.
They could run.
They could rotate their stuns, literally. If they're running together mid, like, you're screwed. They can't do anything. I mean, they can just hit 4, hit 5, and they can just rotate their stuns, and they can just do so much damage and build up the might with bow as well. You know, like, they don't need anyone else, and they've got a guardian, and he must be running staff.
Yeah, man. All right, so finally, without further ado, let's go over some builds here. Let's start with Toilet Papers, man. Like, this is gonna be pretty sick because, again, this is a lineup we haven't seen very much of. We have Zeko. He's running a looks like a 0-10-30, 0-30 hammer bow warrior standard. You know, Rune to the Ogre for the rock dog and such. Running berserkers, Habib, which I'm like 90% sure is super, but it could, I don't know. Also running hammer bow, 10-30, 0-30, blah blah blah. Rune to Lissa instead of the ogre. Can Scout running Spirit Rangers. So I mean, I don't think he's running standard. Like, whenever I go over these builds and it's just like, oh, Spirit Ranger, he's running this, and this. There's really
Everyone
not
knows
much to
now. Yeah, it's quite good for us though.
Yeah,
you don't have to explain.
That is so true, man. Guardians running the 0-5, 30, 35 comp, the very EU centric, EU standard. I would say Guardian.
It's weird because I still don't play this spec because I'm a lot more happy with Virtues in full rather than Valor.
Yeah, you know,
I go Valor 10.
I personally like the Virtues as well, just for the ability to place my my consecrations where the hell I want to. But you know, it's like an I really don't know the trade-offs. They're both extremely well made. And then we have PhD in Stomping, runs Alyssa, Carrion, Hammer Bow, with actually, yeah, like you were saying, 0-0-30, 10-30. which is going to be interesting. That allows him to get the extra mobilized and such.
Yeah, I've played that as well. It's
Yeah.
good. See, exactly. He's got extra immobilize as well. So it's like,
Yeah, man.
oh god, they're going for CC centric. And who's the person who's not running Lissa Moons? It's Zeka, isn't it? He's gone Ogre. Okay, so he's obviously the more damage orientated warrior out of the three. So he's going to be going for the hardcore DPS, little Asura, little man there.
Yeah.
It's going to be pain. It's going to be bad.
What's up?
It's going to be painful.
Oh,
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling
You're feeling it? You're feeling it? All right, let's jump over to Denial. They're missing one guy right now. So we've got Helseth, the leader of Denial, undeniable leader of Denial. Team here. He's running Staff and Staff Greatsword with the Zerker. He's got 6 runes of the Ogre. He's going to be running the 20-20-00-30 build. This is kind of like, it's a spec that, he's very well known for. He's very skilled for. He's that guy who was running Mesmer when everyone else thought it was, not a thing you could do. And it definitely paid off for him, man. He was extremely skilled, very, very talented player. Next on the line, though, is Vanish, the Thief. We're going to be running 6 runes of the Ogre with the Dagger Pistol and Short Bow for that mobility, and running Zerkers. Traits are 10-30-00-30. Running Bassi, as well as just Shadow Return, all of those extra Shadow Step utilities, plus the Shadow Refuge for the stealth. Very standard, awesome stuff to see. Next we have Fluid on Art PE. He's running Spirit Ranger, running sword dagger for this one, running Runes of the Forge, 10-0-30-30-0. Tage, let's see what sort of Guardian build's coming out from this guy. We have a 0-0-20-30-20 build coming out from this guy.
Yeah, I've seen this.
The Purging Flames Consecration. This is going to be really interesting to see as well. And he's going to be running, Staff Mace Focus. Yeah, Staff Mace Focus. Almost had to catch myself there. With Runes of the Soldier and running Cleric Settlers as well. Then we have Hicks the Cistern running Warrior. He's got the Warhorn out, but he'll probably be running Hammer Longbow, like the standard. Super standard, whatever. That's okay. It works, and that's the point. And
I like this. This is good. I think the Guardian, I'm not sure if he's changed some of his traits, but he's got a shed load of stability up. Off virtue.
A shed load?
Virtue of courage. He's got hallowed ground. He's got stand your ground. He's got a lot more stability than I think, and well, in my opinion, than a normal Guardian would run. Well, EU wise, but that's good. That's going to help him.
Yeah, man. So the game is about to start. We're going to jump into the map, and we're going to see the splits. Going to wait for that 10-second countdown, of course. We're going to see what sort of splits are going to come out from either side here. I'd be really interested to see what sort of things come out from Denial. It looks like Helseth is going to go for the beach play, and we're going to see a little bit of that coming out from the side of Toilet Papers as well. Looks like they're going to send a 3-man party against Helseth. He's just going to run right past them, drop his portal, and go straight through. Meanwhile, we're going to see Naita, Habib, which is, I think, Super, and Zeko go straight over to mine here, man, where there is Fluid and also Hicks waiting for them, kind of knowing this crossplay would come out for them, while Helseth is over here on Henge, who actually managed to mow a PhD, man.
Yeah, I mean that's going to screw him up for a while, but Helseth needs to get that damage off a lot quicker. I mean, the thing is, this spec's good, but it's not as good as like a full-on shattered based spec. But the thing is, if he goes full shatter, then he's not going to get, he's not going to be able to actually stay alive. So I'll be interested to see. PhD's kind of going off the point as well, so neither of them are capping it, but he kind of just needs to do that and just keep the sustain on him. Otherwise, Helseth's going to get his health back and he can just range him off point.
Yeah, man, I'm in with Helseth right now. He's just going to get on point and really not have a problem with PhD as he goes through. One of the things that he ends up doing is just like dodging pretty much nonstop. If we jump over to PhD, which we are with right now, despite the regen from the Signa, he's just not able to come through with the damage and the sustainability he needs. And for the stream, I know that there's a slight delay. All my hotkeys got reset hexcode for some reason. So we will be back in 30 seconds, or by the time this is up, you will be seeing it. I'm on Can Scout now though on mid Jebro, who's actually doing a really nice job against Tage.
Yeah, he is actually. He's doing a really, really good job. He's running Axis, right? That's good. That's good for on point fighting as well, and just trying to get just in case someone tries to range a little bit as well. Oh, I'm just going to go wider because I like this view. Yeah, he's doing really well. I've only got 28 to blue, 10 to red, so there's nothing. It's nothing heavy going down at the moment. I mean, the warriors are all being split up, but now you're going to see there's 2 warriors moving into mid now. There's PhD and Habib moving into mid from blue. We'll see how this team fight goes. Zeko and Kanscout are both down in their respective areas as well, and mid another. No one's going for the bosses though at the moment, which is quite interesting.
All right. So if we look at the map and look at sort of the positionings of everyone here, we see that mine is very stable for Denial. We have Helseth over on Henge, giving everyone a ton of trouble. PhD and Zeko have to go 2 men in on him, who finally drops, right? So we're gonna see now Toilet Paper is just kind of scrambling to get a point, scrambling to get something up. Denial's up 43 to 38, and they've run this sort of racket now. In between, we did see that their Ranger, who I think Fluid was forced to go in and help Helseth because he was dropped down. Forced to go in, and it did stop him from cutting off Habib over here from going in and like stopping him from getting to mine. So he'll get the decap off, but this also has allowed Denial to take the midpoint as well. But we will see Kanscout going up there now. Vanish and Helseth going in on Kanscout. Gonna try and get him down as fast as possible just to recap and get a point for their team here. But as long as they've got people on every point, they should be fine. His Exocistern going in now on Habib on mine, Jebro, and this is gonna be a really great split for both teams here. This fights get really interesting. We have Fluid and Tage over here on Henge, and they're gonna try and stay alive as long as possible just to keep this neuted.
Yeah, I mean they're kind of swapping points around the map at the moment. I mean, I think they're going to be flipping points, and it feels like might happen kind of towards the end. It feels like a potential boss kill could separate these fights that are happening at the moment. They're fairly neutral, really. I see Habib's just gone down over at mine. Just getting some help there from
right there.
Yeah, that was nice.
Then we're gonna see. I think that's who's coming away from that. I think that's a Vanish. Yep, Vanish is gonna go ahead and rotate. So now Denial's up that single point again. They're about 20 points up now, and I guess dropping. It looks like Vanish is deciding to like get the final cap off as they rotate Hicks towards the mid, maybe for the sustainability. But the main fight is over here on Henge, man, where Helseth is just doing tons of damage. Drops the portal, goes immediately back to mid, and heals up before going back there, allowing. Look, there's a 5-man squad from Toilet Papers over here, just now coming out of Henge. They're gonna start cycling. They haven't even touched Chieftain. They're running straight past him. This is gonna be a really weird team fight because they're about to just go ahead and like flood into mid. But I think it's allowing Helseth and everyone to just go towards Henge and abandon mid entirely.
He is indeed screwed at mid.
Yeah, Hicks' sister, I think knows what's coming. Oh, here comes Tage, though. So this is going to be 2v3. Not as bad as possible for Denial, but TP doing a great job here as well. We will see that Fluid is sort of trying to play the mid ground and trying. Let me see if I can get in on him. Fluid, he's trying to figure out what's going on here, but that will allow Habib to just go straight past him and decap over on mine. So that's a little bit of a gap there. And then we will see that now Vanish, Hicks, and Helseth are up in the mid here with Tage to try and get some defense off, knowing that they're not just going to go past, go into Henge unhindered and just take it. So they need to start mounting a defense here, which is exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, they're doing really well. I mean, Denial, what was it? We just saw Helseth earlier. It was just before these guys came onto the point. He was there on his own. He just put a portal down and just bailed and just ran somewhere else because he's not going to be able to keep it if people on force come in. And then everyone just kind of rotated really well. They just switched on the point as well, so there was Tage and Hicks. They just rotated really well as the Blues came in there, and they're still holding it mid. They're doing really well, and they're getting we're 40 points now ahead for Denial. So the Warrior comp isn't proving that much for them to actually get past it.
Yeah, this is true, but I don't think that they're using it to the greatest ability. They aren't getting the stuns and lockdowns they need to. Just Denial is not allowing them to do that. They aren't like just now they brought Tage down, but the question is will they actually get the stomp off? They have Hicks over here to try and get something out, trying to get something done, but I'm not sure if they're going to be able to. They finally get Tage down just out of pure DPS, no stomps going out there, and now Hicks is left here as well as Vanish, and Vanish is going to come up here and just do tons of damage with Fluid now, and now that Fluid's in the equation, man, he's got 3 seconds until his spirit can do a res, which means even as long as they don't lock him down here, as long as they just wait until something, actually that he's going to pull out the spear just now. Look, he's going to drop it and he'd be just fine coming out of this. So really these team fights are going in Denial's favor because of Toilet Papers not being able to get the lockdowns, not being able to call out who they need killed and get them down.
That's very true. And because they haven't got anyone that's got single target pressurized damage, you know. I mean, everything is AoE. Like the hammer is alright, you can get like 2-3k hits with their specs, but it's not like a spike damage that maybe a Thief would have or a Mesmer would have. They haven't got that, but even though Denial are kind of getting wiped now at mid, but there's all of blue there, you know. I mean, if they're all together,
is definitely going in the favor right now for Toilet Papers. We do see Helseth realize this, went over to Hedge, just get some aggression off, get some point caps off, and keep their lead. But now off the respawn, we're going to see Habib's going to have to deal with Hicks, while Fluid goes over to mid, while everyone else decides where they're going to be or they're going to end up going right now. And of course, Helseth is giving a Can Scout a run for his money right now on Henchman, and that's a little scary, you know. We'll have to see if he can put on the aggression he needs to, or if he's going to have to just bail and go somewhere else.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he wants to. I think there's probably a little bit of I want to kill Helseth for going down there, but he's doing well. He's actually kept it. I think Helseth's kind of run off now.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe he's going to reset.
Chasing down Nida right there, but the line of warding did come out last second. Kind of tripped him up, but he did warp over there. He's getting trade down now. I think, you know, TP's realizing exactly what they need to do and just communicate. And excuse me, it's going to be. Okay, so if we look at the minimap right now, the rotations of everyone's is like mid-base, but we're seeing Helseth now rotate over to mine, gonna try and get out and allow Hicks to kind of cut off people while he runs back to Henge, but waiting for him is Habib, and he's gonna knock him down. There's the stun coming out from Habib, but there's no one here to help him with that. Look, it's gonna be really hard for him to get that just Helseth down. Meanwhile, there's so many people dropping over here in the mid. We're gonna see Zeko went down over here. Looks like let's go in with PhD, see what he's doing. He's up in the mid. Keeping the midpoint just capped for now as Vanish is going to come. He's trying to get trained down on Nida, but, you know, not able to come through with that. Tage coming in, dropping some stuff. Orb comes out. Symbol Swiftness comes out as well for the heals. This team fight coming up, man. We're going to see Can Scout and Zeko just cycling in, followed shortly by Helseth and then Habib. This is going to be like probably a 5-man fight here on either side. Actually, a 4-man fight for TP as Nida's going to get actually dropped down. Does get stomped. Vanish coming in. Spirit of Nature Renewal not able to get him out at the last second. It's going to be pretty... It's interesting, man.
There is, but, you know, while all the excitement's happening at mid, Helseth's just gone and decapped Henge. Do you see Nata has just come in to the point, though. He's just going to stop that. Basically, he's just going to be able to out-survive Helseth unless he pops all his cooldowns and screws up. But he needs to be in that mid-fight, really. But, oh, God, mid, he's just going completely the opposite direction. People are going down all over the shop over here,
People are dying fast, man. Tage goes down, Vanish goes down. Wave Light comes out, stopping Habib from going down. They need to get rallied by someone. Hicks' sister trying to get Tage up. Fluid is dropping fast. Habib very low, can get dropped. We'll have to see if he can get stomped and res these guys on the side of Denial. Will Habib get stomped by Hicks' sister? It's just we will see. And yes, everyone from Denial will get res here in the center, and they will have this point. And they're actually down 326 to 335 right now. And with this, Can Scout realizes he needs to do something, goes over to mine, and he's going to be capping that by himself here. This is going to be, man, this is the make or break moment for both teams. It is so close. Red's going to grab mid, but Blue's going to have both side points, and the aggression, where they decide to put it now, is going to be so key in determining who will come out ahead in this game.
And no one's going for the bosses. I really feel
I don't
like
even think they don't want to. That just going for bosses makes just makes it so that they have less people to put on a point, less people in a team fight. They realize that in this matchup they can't afford to be down a man in any fight. So just that is sort of, I think, in my opinion, their reasoning behind that. Let's go in with Helseth right now as he's on this fight. He's actually teleporting out, burning to death, will drop, but I think he'll be just fine, especially if one of his teammates comes through here and does res him. I think Fluid's going to come over and try and res him momentarily. But the fight over here on mine, you know, it's a 2v, I think 3 over here. Nope, not yet. No, Can Scout just died. And now it's going to be a 3v2 here for the side of Denial. They can start taking this. Also, Helseth being annoying and a Sneaky Beaver going over to Henge. Well, Knight is trying to grab him. But Helseth manages to get the decap immediately, so this is going to be pretty sick.
If they're communicating right, Blue will know now that there is no one at mid, and they can sense that they might lose the team fight, but they know that mid is open, so they can send someone to mid. Hicks is going to go back to mid, knowing that I think that no one's actually there. But I think they're winning that team fight. No, they've actually left 2 guys down at Windmill. I think they know they can probably hold it, but they want to just make sure they're actually going to keep the only point they've got.
Oh, yeah, definitely in mind. This is gonna be all 3 warriors are here, man. All 3 warriors from TP are right here, and they're all outside. But now they're cycling out to mid. Looks like Habib is gonna come through the mid point as well, going right into Hicks' cistern. But over here we go to Vanish. Vanish is actually taking out Can Scout with no problem with the help of Helseth, and they're just gonna keep it neuted. They just want to put some pressure on, and actually it looks like Helseth's gonna come over and start grabbing it right now, knowing that Can Scout will res and be right there. But we do see Mine gets decapped, and it's now 404 to 372 for the side of Denial. They're slowly eking this game out. They're only 100 points away, roughly, from winning this game, man. And as long as they can keep this about 30-point lead, they will win no problem. And it actually, if they do decide to go for those creatures in that last second effort, that could come in really handy. But again, that means that you've got one person down in these team fights, and I don't know if they can afford that right now.
The thing is, it's calculating whether or not that person can kind of go out of a team fight or go out if he respawns and maybe potentially take a boss to get extra stats and then stack those stats again. So the 50 points and then the extra 50 to 100 stats or whatever it is.
Look at this. Habib over on Chieftain already going for that kill. You're gonna try and get those points. You try and get that stat buff, and there's no one from Denial to come over here and steal this. And I don't even think they may not even realize that they're gonna do this. They may know that in a couple seconds, there's someone hasn't cycled over to mid from Henge. There's someone that just isn't in the equation, and they'll know in about 10 seconds, less even, because it's 412 to 438, and that doesn't put them in the lead. But they will have that stat buff going into team fights, which is super crucial.
It does give them a little bit of a head on that mine fight now, because they could potentially take it, and if they wipe Denial on that mine fight with the extra stats. But actually, Zeko just went down on the point. He's actually just gone down, so even with the 50-point stat bonus, they're actually losing this fight still at mine, but
his sister's doing a really great job in mid, though. Going up against Can Scout and against Habib, his survivability, it shouldn't be as good as it is now. Tage is coming up to add to that. Oh no, Hicks' sister might get dropped. He might have gotten the caster curse from me, and I was just complimenting him on his skill, and he will go away. He will heal up, but he's being trained down by Can Scout. He's gonna send us there, but there it is. We didn't even notice that Helseth and Vanish decided to just end the game right under our noses, man. But there it is, spawn your kill. Ending that game, knowing immediately when to go there. There it is. But very strong game from both sides. Extremely close coming in from both Denial and from the side of Toilet Papers, man. GG's.
Man, that was close. I mean, they just. It was a good match. It was a really good match, and they're not. You were right when you said. I think earlier in the match you said they're not. You didn't feel they were using their warriors to the best. They had them all piled on mine, and they had the Guardian and Ranger in different places at different points. They need to not do that, because they're not using they're not using it to their degree. Also, I just looked at all the warriors, and none of them are using the signet, which gives stability.
Signet Rage.
Which.
Not fucking.
It's just gone out of my head. I'll look it up in a sec. Yeah. But basically, that's something which I would expect to have in these warrior specs, which would be damn useful, especially for downing, and also a signet recharge, which is what in my opinion, is kind of something which is fairly standard in this warrior. I know they're probably trying different things. They've got the endure pain, the 2 stances. Yeah, I would have gone with a signet. Yeah. I would have gone with that stability signet, and I would have gone with the signet recharge rate to get the elites charged quicker. If you really need to use that heal, which probably most people aren't, and then that stability again, because that's going to be damn essential. Like with 3 warriors, you want one of those warriors to be running that. It's a bit unusual.
Yep, looks like I'm going to jump in this game pretty soon. Someone's noticing a little bit of an issue with it. Hold on,
Yeah, it's something to do with something.
Alright, so, coming out of this first game, we know that going forward, this map is pretty snowbally, pretty steamrolly. We know that, there was a problem with the respawns.
Thank you, Finn.
What's up?
Doliak Signet.
Yes.
Finn Warlord, you, sir, are a very kind man. Out of anyone out of the chat in Twitch, he just whispered me the actual name of it. Okay, we're shoutcasters. We're not perfect. We don't know every single... We can't remember every single name.
We need to strive for perfection, Dan.
I
It's
knew it
unacceptable that
was
we did not know that.
It was a stability signet, and it breaks stun.
Yeah,
I
man.
knew.
So
Just got the name.
seems that there is a little bit of an issue with the whatever.
Oh, we can talk. We're good at talking.
Yeah, man, we're definitely.
Always good at talking. I mean, the team fight... You know what I was really impressed with? Tage. Really good at knowing when to be back at those points to tank and to support and give this support and the boons and, you know, whatnot that he needed to do. Like, he didn't really have any trouble even against the Warriors. And I think the stability helped a lot with that. I do think that noting that earlier before we started, it's quite a key thing for the stability, especially with these specs that these Warriors are running, because they're beastly. And Art as well, he was doing really, really good at trying to hold the points at different various places. You know, they did really well, and they proved that they can screw over Warriors. Like, look, guys, everyone who is on Twitch right now, the opposite team, they're running 3 Warriors, Hammer, Longbow, standard specs with a Ranger Spirit.
Yeah, man. I mean,
and they're showing it. They're showing that you can defeat these specs.
I mean, I feel like that's such a standard thing from Denial, though. They're the guys who, I mean, they ran Mesmer when no one else was. Back when it was just like Necro Thief all day, all night, you know.
Yeah.
But then again, they're showing something like, I feel like from the side of toilet paper, they're having a little bit of trouble trying to like, you know, at least in the beginning of the last game, they had a little trouble coming together in the team fights, knowing how to split their warriors. And when you have like, they don't have a Necro, they don't have a Thief, so they don't have the mobility that you normally would with that, and they also don't have the condition. Let's say the condition power of a Necro, or just the pure like in your face kill you thiefness of everything. They have 3 warriors, a Spirit
I like that
Ranger,
name, by the way.
yeah, they have 3 warriors, a Spirit Ranger, and a Guardian. That's pretty much just like hold the line and like kill everything that comes near you. But then that kind of allows people like Vanish and people like Helseth to run circles around you and to, you know, I don't know, maybe go behind everyone's backs and end the game because they killed Spawn here last minute.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like the trade-off that you have to deal with that sort of comp.
Oh my god, I just need to do something for 2 seconds. You excuse my cheesiness. I just want to do a little shout out to my guild Unity. Thanks for all coming, guys. There is your shout out. Stop talking in guild, and to me.
Big ups to any guild this weekend
any guild
that is playing PvP, because you guys are awesome and you are the lifeblood of the esports community in anything.
No, that's it anyway.
Yeah. Yep.
The what you said is completely true. The interesting thing is that, yeah, exactly what you said about the specs. Like, they kind of sit there and take the damage and wait. You know, they're not potentially going to be. They're not supposed to be being offensive with these specs and the way they're playing. They need to, in this match, I think they need to hold mid and they need to hold it close or far, and they just need to support the 2 spots.
You know, I kind of agree, but knowing this map and knowing how ridiculous mid fights get, knowing how it's actually almost easier to, I mean, for Denial it'd be easier to like stick to the side points, right, and just put so much aggression in mid. I almost have such like a fear for TP, because the side points are so crucial, and they may not know how to split, they may not know how to coordinate this comp for that, you know, just because we do see like massive fights where mid goes like it gets neuted for like forever, or mid just does not get turned because there's always someone there. The side points are like where you want to put a lot of aggression because they're easier to flip, they're easier to get around to.
It's very true. It's very true. I mean, in what I would do in this fight is I'd put PhD on the close, and I would put the Ranger in the mid fight. If that's what if they're going to go close, TP this is talking about, sorry. If they're going to go for the close in the mid, I'd put PhD on the close, and the rest of them mid, so they can get the actual boons off the Ranger as well. The actual benefit of the spirits would be very useful.
So the match is about to start. We're gonna wait for that 10-second countdown to go through, and we'll see the splits. And this time you'll see it instead of our faces, hopefully. Our
faces are fine.
One of these days I'll learn XSplit. It's gonna be a great. It'll be the best day in Guild Wars 2 PvP history. Is the day I go through a cast that's screwing something up. Which is odd because it's normally my job to do this. But we're gonna see from Denial though, they're gonna send Hicks over to Far. They're sending Fluid home, and we're gonna see a double warrior invade from Habib and from Zeko. And meanwhile, the rest we're gonna see a 3-man invade on the mid from Helseth and Vanish. Kind of the opposite of what I expected here going into this. Zeko and Habib giving Fluid a lot of trouble. We're gonna have to see who's gonna be sent home to deal with that as well. I think they should send Tage. He's right there. Yet Tage is gonna run immediately to go help his friend. Gonna try and drop that symbol on him, maybe give him some nice heals. Gonna drop that as well, but no, there's the shields coming out. So he's gonna go in, drop pretty much everything, and try and keep his friend alive for as long as possible and just stay on point. Meanwhile, though, let's check out the waterfall, because we will see PhD going up against Hicks' sister, and this is gonna be a warrior on warrior fight, which is gonna be a massive hammer slugfest followed up by just fire fields for like forever. But checking out mid though. What's up?
I really missed where Can Scout was, whether or not he was at mid or close, but he died really damn fast.
Yeah.
And Nater was in mid against 2 and survived so well. This guy, I tell you, he's just gone down, but he's doing so well.
So Vanish went in, bassied up, went in, kind of like dropped down, went out, bassied up, came back in to go in on Nida, went immediately down, but just the spirits of nature were so strong, able to get those spirit people right back in the fight. Vanish is able to do a lot of work from the sides here, and then just go in when he needs to. But Habib notices this, he's gonna knock him down immediately, runs him into the ground right there. Tate's trying to come in with a res, but there's just so much pressure here from TP, and Nida's gonna get this. No, Nida will not get the stomp on Vanish as he warps back in the mid. They're gonna try and restomp him again. Will they get it through? And yes, Vanish will die here in the mid. Tage dropping down those heals for his teammates, but he's the only one left. Of course, I am wrong as Fluid comes in here. Let's check out what Helseth is doing. He just killed Zeko over on Quarry, and the teams are actually extremely even. 12-10 now, favoring TP. Actually 18 now that they've got this kill.
Yeah, Hicks just went in between Waterfall and Graveyard. He just went down, so they're a couple of men down, and HP's looking low around the map at the moment. You see Arts, clearly the focus target, is trying to get his spirits up, but he just actually got CC'd to death. Yeah, he's dead, basically. There was not much he could do. Tage, the Saviour, Guardian, I'm just watching him at the moment. He just switched over to his focus, which is potentially going to save his life. He's just against 2 now. See Blue, knowing that there were 3-on-1 situation, just moved out at the point. But you see Hicks has just moved back in. He's just trying to run some. They're just trying to. It looks like the mid is just going to be contested for a very, very long time, but they need to keep supplying those people into the mid that can keep rotating. Like you say, they keep rotating quite well, both teams now. So, I mean, it is going to be fought on the outside, like you said earlier.
Yep, I mean on Habib, which is I'm pretty sure is super. Helseth is chasing him down though. He'll get tons of damage, dropping him in between Quarry and mid. PhD chart coming in, almost getting the res, but no, it's gonna be Helseth coming in with a stomp, and he will be killed right there. Now I'm in on Nida. He's coming in with Can Scout, and Tage is hot on his feet there. PhD coming in trying to get in the mid as well. It's 61-67 now in favor of TP. Again, this is really close, but over on Waterfall, we'll see that Vanish has managed to decap and get this point off for his favor, his side's favor rather, as Super comes in. And this is going to be one of those fights where, like, Super versus Vanish, it all depends on if Vanish can get his Bassi off, and there it is. The spike did not go down though, and we're going to have to see what goes on there momentarily. But Nida has dropped in the mid. He's gotten stomped, just plain and simple, and it looks like Canscout might drop very soon as well. He's running away, going to pop his healing spray. He'll be just fine. No one chasing him down there. Helso's trying to get some damage in on him, but really, he's going to be just fine as the spirits are coming out off cooldown.
That mid fight is going really not too well for Blue at the moment, but he's just caught Zeko. So I'm wondering whether or not he's just going to try and stay in contested, or he's just going to try and bail. Yeah, he's bailed now. He knows he doesn't want to give him extra points. They got the point. There's no point in staying there to give him extra. He's just going to regroup with Canscout and Nata. Habib's there as well, so he's doing the correct thing. Zeko moving from mid to waterfall. Maybe try and just regroup, recap, and move to mid. But if I was red, then I probably would have just pushed on the point just to take him out from behind, and not let them get that essential regroup, because there's 3 guys now from blue on waterfall. They can send another red over there, no worries. But I think they're trying to take people out around the rest of the map. Yeah, Helseth's been a pain in the ass.
Helseth is going in on PhD because PhD decided to put pressure over on Quarry. Meanwhile, we have, like, you need someone in mid at all times pretty much on this map. So Vanish is going in on Nida, and of course, if there's anyone who could take Nida down pretty easily, it would be a Thief. It would be Vanish as well. Look, I'm just able to get him down right there. Gonna try coming with the stomp. We'll have to see if he can stabilize through. He will stabilize through that wall of light. So he's gonna get mid, or keep mid rather. And they're up 160 now to 68 beside TP. Good stuff from Denial coming out, retaking this game. Actually, Helseth dropping a portal, coming back and says, you know, Vanish, hold my hand. We're going to a magic place where I'm gonna let you kill somebody. We're gonna go straight and kill PhD.
Let's not watch this magical place. It's too graphic,
we kill the PhD man. Anyway, so the main fight over here on Waterfall. Hicks' sister decides to come over here with the rest of his team as Tage and everyone else, but you know they couldn't get Zeko up. Zeko was rezzed by the Spirit of Nature Renewal, and actually Zeko's about to get chunked down once again. Will he get rezzed is the question though. Fluid over here and Tage, everyone doing damage on this guy, gonna stomp through, and yes, he will stomp out Zeko. Now it's just Canscout for the side of TP over here. We're gonna see some respawns coming in here as well. Lord Helseth though got dropped by Super. He says, "Wow," and he's going to be dropped pretty much there. Super going to try and cap this point here, but Tage has other plans for this point here as he comes in. I'd be interested to see if he decides to even engage or just kind of run circles around him at this point.
I'm losing you a tiny bit. I'm not sure I can hear you too well, but I think I know what you were talking about as I was looking at the
sorry for lagging out there, buddy. But yeah, these fights are going really in the favor of Denial right now. They're up 195 to 75. They're being really dominant, and we're gonna see Canscout did drop for a second, but I think he was saved by the death of his spirit as he got straight back up. He's trying to kind of retreat here and just go straight into another point. Just go home, res up, and then come like back with more pressure.
I know what needs to happen, dude. I'm gonna say it, the Lord.
You
look at the time, 7:30. Yeah. No one's going to win this to 500. It's not going to happen. And this is happening a lot more in EU recently, especially last week and matches I've been watching. This map is going to, about 400 points?
Yeah.
Blue need to start thinking about whether or not they want to go. They have got a point, but I don't think they're going to be able to catch up. They need to potentially they need to do a Lord Rush like right at the last minute. And it might be like with a 10-point difference or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Like, it's weird because like you have to judge the situation when you can't win just straight to 500. Do you risk that at that very last second? And that's something we're gonna have to see if they're gonna decide to pull that out. But you know, there's only an 80-point differential roughly.
Yeah, now it's
these
going up
at this point.
That's
so
good.
They can start pulling it back. We're gonna see Helseth over here. He able to get a stomp in on. I think that was Canscout who just got stomped. But you know, Zeko's on point here with Nita. Everyone here is just putting so much pressure. But the fight is actually transitioning back to mid now. We're gonna see Super come in. We're gonna see Helseth as well, and they're gonna start trading down. I think Super now is to kind of just allowing PhD to do whatever he wants. Helseth gets dropped over here in mid. We're gonna see what sort of happens to him with the hammers, just able to drop him down there, man. So much pressure on him. Tage coming in to try and res, but not able to do so. Will he get DPS? Oh my god, yes! He gets hammered in the face and then just knocks him out.
Finally,
you know, it's really interesting.
Someone has noticed that quarry is fully open.
Yeah.
These guys are getting too focused on their team fights. They're forgetting that they're playing a match which is conquest. And so they're both kind of making some mistakes here where they've left the only point that they have open, which they've needed to do because they need to be offensive to get the points back. But the FIFA's just had a free recap, so they've actually only getting the only points in the game. Now, Blue and Red need to talk to their teams and say, look, which class, which person is on this point? All right, okay, our back point's open or our close is open, so we can go and actually recap that and just keep the lead popping over. Are they going for? Blue are just running through.
So here's what's going on right now. I don't mean to interrupt you, but they just killed Hicks and Fluid over on their home point. So now they're gonna put some extra aggression in on mid. Meanwhile, like we see Vanish kind of fresh off that cap going in, gonna take out PhD and just target him down to take one warrior at a time and then focus on their more bunkery elements like the Guardian and the Spirit Ranger. PhD might get stomped out here, but he's got two people resing on him. No, the stomp comes through from I think that might have been was that Tage who did that? It might have been. I think Fluid. So, yeah. Anyway, so Fluid's in here with Canscott as well. I'm the warrior coming out from both sides. Helseth drops the portal. Gonna have some interesting portal play here, but he actually goes down. So will someone try and get stopped? No, he'll get rezzed pretty much immediately. Looks like he's gonna go in for some extra damage as well. Just gonna go ahead, circle around this point, get in on the team fight. But look who's kind of trying to tear him down. It looked like there was gonna be one of those warriors coming in on him, but you know, they're kind of just leaving him alone, which might be a fatal error for this team.
Yeah, Canscott just went down there, but he did use his elite just before we went down, but I don't know whether or not he got the full cast off just before we went down, so he did respawn quite quickly, may I add. And also, it looks like, you know what, it's getting to 4 minutes now. I don't even know if it hit 400.
Such a low point count for this map, man. It's like 258 to 190. They could, I mean, in theory they could try, but it doesn't, I don't think that it would help. I think the Nile would just continue to cap and stay there.
They've got a buffer of, what, 90 points?
Yeah, and I mean, with a triple cap, I think the amount of time that they would have they would exceed 150. So I'm pretty sure they would be fine, right?
Might be right.
Assuming
I
they get the
don't know.
Cap. So we do, like, I'm watching Vanish right now, dude, over here on Waterfall. Going up against Canscott, doing a really great job. We did see Tage kind of cycle over there to help him, but now Tage is back in the mid. Now Tage has been like a linchpin to the strategy of denial right now. Tage has been so effective in keeping his guys alive, dropping the heals whenever he needs to. And look at Helseth's health right now, 500 health, and he's about to heal up and get back into it. But he kind of just like tapped the side of one of Tage's like symbols, went back out and then went back in. And that's how coordinated they are on their healing and just their team fights. Going in on Super, but Super's taking no damage right now. You're stay alive for just a little bit longer, but once that buff is gone, he's going to be able to do a lot of damage, and there you go, Super drops down into the down state. But check out what's going on here. It's 296 to 225. PhD is the only point right now for TP. That's Quarry, and the amount of pressure that we need to see coming out from both sides is going to be ramped up, especially because TP now has the only 2 capture points in this game.
They might just hold it. If they can hold it, I mean, if they keep pressure on mid, they can't lose mid, you know. I mean, they've got to keep that pressure up because they're going to keep people off the side points. But Helseth has gone over to Quarry now as well.
Check out Waterfall. Zeko is dead.
God, no.
We're going to see Hicks take that point, man.
Canscott might get in there in time to keep it contested. So. Habib's in there.
Super's already in there, yeah. So he'll be just fine. The question is mid and Quarry, can they get these decapped in time to secure their lead? Because, I mean, right now PhD is doing a great job of keeping Helseth off, but it's just a matter of time until he gets on that point, until he starts putting some power in on there, and he may actually be supported by his teammates once they start taking fights as well. Fluid is dealing with Nida, and he does have the portal straight to mid if he decides to just go back and take mid.
I mean, I'm doing the math. There is obviously, I mean, there's enough points. You know, in a minute they'll get back. They'll be ahead of Red if it stays exactly the same as it is right now, and there's no kills. And after a minute, they will have equal, of just over like 6 or 7 points more. So, you know, it's really, really running a risk now what they do. I mean, if they can keep the points, which I'm not sure now because Waterfall's been decapped and they've actually got mid, so now it's just equal. They need to get kills to pull this back because, it's only 16, 17 points difference.
It's so close right now, Dan.
It's going to be on kills.
It is. It's gonna be all kills all day long, man. As Nida just got dropped and killed. Zeko is very, very low, chained down by Vanish, and then dropped immediately. Hicks going in for the stealth stomp. Actually, the regular stomp, and he'll get it. And dude, oh my god, the TP is going for that Lord, just like you said, Dan. They're gonna go for the gate, but I don't know if there's enough time to actually do it. We're gonna have to see if they're gonna go in on this as well. Looks like Hicks' sister DC'd for a second, but now they're back, and looks like someone's weapon is stuck. A lot of problems going in here, but the main problem is that TP is gonna invade. They have 45 seconds to get this Lord kill. Will they be able to do it with Super and PhD? We'll have to find out, man. I'm not sure they can go in. They're gonna crit. They're gonna stun him, man. Lots of stuff coming out here from both sides. Habib in the hammer. Both hammers coming out for the Hammer Bow Warriors, of course. But look, they might get it. There's 27 seconds. There's no way that they're not getting this, man. It's about to die, and there it is. Oh my god. Oh, no! He heals up in the last second. 19 seconds left. This is 17, 16. Oh my god, and there it is. And now we have to wait like 13 seconds to see if they... No, there's no possible way they win this. TP, GG, man.
They can't.
They can't win this. It's amazing. Holy crap, man. 457 to 403. What a ridiculous. They had a DC, and they still won that.
Sorry, I swear in map chat then because that was. I said that.
G, man. Holy butts.
Man.
So now it's 1-1. And normally in ESL Cup, we have a lot of 2-0s going straight up into the finals, which is generally again a 2-0. But we have a 1-1 situation, guys. Finally, have a 1-1 situation.
Last week. It started last week. This is what's happening. These teams, the teams are getting more even. This is the first bloody round. We keep forgetting it's the first round, mate. We're not even in the next two. We're not even near the final yet.
This is some water.
Awesome.
I need a drink. My voice is already dying. I'm a little bit sick today, guys. But cheers to that game, because that was ridiculous.
Holy crap! And yeah, oh god, I just got it wrong there. Toilet Paper actually had a DC at the end of the game, so they're actually I think they were outnumbered on the boss.
Yeah.
And you know what? They ran interrupts well, but the only thing that was actually saving the Lord was Tage. Pretty much popping those heals and just giving some extra boonage. But they just got a little bit of burst from. I think they popped their elites, the Warriors. I can't remember. I was too busy watching the health of the Lord.
Dude. Oh my god.
I don't know what to do. That was so good. Holy. Trying not to swear. Moly. Let's do Moly. That's very English. That's good. That was good. It was, you know what? I mean, if they hadn't gone at that specific time, they wouldn't have got it.
Yeah, man.
I don't think they've got it. And I don't think they would have won. You know, the timing of that was good and really, really good. So TP, like, fair play. That was quality. I can't say anything other than that. You know? Epic.
Oh my god. The plays, man. The plays. So good from both sides.
You know what? These maps have been out for over a year, man. And we're seeing... do you know what I mean? And they're still being played completely differently. Nearly every match, I'm seeing a lot of stuff like... Now, it's completely changed. The maps are starting to go... Mid doesn't get capped for God knows how long. Out points are getting capped willy-nilly. Lord kills are coming in like 2 minutes towards the end of the match starting, and we're not even at 250 points. It's mental.
Yeah, man.
It's awesome. So good.
I love how you called it too. Like, at first I didn't believe. Like, yeah, maybe they will go for that Lord, but I don't think they're gonna do it. You know. But when it comes down to it, when you're down that far and you can't come back, you gotta do what you gotta do. And like, so a lot of I'm really glad to see that. Like, a lot of teams won't even risk it. Like, they're so like headstrong. Like, no, we gotta win by points. We got it. Like, we can maybe come back if we do this. But you know, glad to see that TP is one of those teams that doesn't like that. All that matters to them is the win. For that, they don't really care if it's just whatever.
Guys, if you can hear us now, you're seeing the matches we're seeing in round 1 of the ESL Weekly Cup number 7. You need to be talking to your people that are even you're in teams with, or your guild, or people that are even tiniest bit of interest in Guild Wars 2 SPVP. They need to be watching this. So you need to go Twitter. You need to get some info out there, because you know what? You got two great casters here. You've got two awesome teams. You've got seen two awesome matches. You need to be getting people on this, because I am. I'm doing it right now. I'm going on Twitter, my friend. I'm going on Facebook.
You're going on Twitter right now? I'll go on Twitter right now too.
This. My mum, my sister, her kids. I don't care. They're getting up. It's bedtime for them. But
I'm getting my dog. I'm gonna get my grandmother. Oh god.
It's a bit awkward. I haven't got any grandparents, but
oops.
I'm joking.
It's all right.
They're long gone. But they would be definitely trying to get out of their grave to watch this match, because it is going to be sick.
Yeah, man. I am.
No disrespect.
I'm really excited for these guys. We're again just waiting for these guys to come in here, waiting for some server things to change, because they're having a little bit of problems. I'm not gonna lie, but if for questions on those, just go ahead and PM your local ESL admin if you got questions about rules and stuff about this. I think the main admin is Face, and we got also all of our bricks and Jokin, Mr. Frozen Use. Those guys are freaking awesome. Go ahead and follow them on Twitter as well. Shoot them a question. If you do have questions, they will definitely answer them for you. So you can do that. It looks like we're still waiting on someone to get in this game, man. Let's see. You know what? I think we're gonna do a gem giveaway at the end of this game, man. At the end of the series, because this has been so ridiculous. Let's do a gem giveaway.
I think you're right. I think you're damn right. These guys have been really, really patient. You guys, like, fair play. If you stop saying Zapdos, I don't mind getting extra people here. Dude, I'm English.
What's Zapdos?
And I'm from London.
Like Zapdos, like the Pokemon, or Zapados, or like, what are you trying to say?
Zapdos.
Zapdos? Like it's two syllables. Zap and then dos.
In London, TH is fur, you know, like how you say F.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't talk properly. I'm from London. I'm from northeast London. So, like, on the edge of the Cockney kind of area, you're going to be lucky you can understand me, to be fair.
Alright, so actually, this game starting up right now is not the actual game. It's just a test to see if the respawn timer is back in action and normal. But, I mean, in the, oh, this is the game. Oh, it's not a test. Oh my god, we're going back in, man. I was totally wrong. Wow. They decided to flip that on me in the last second. We're going to check the splits out as we see Vanish going towards Windmill. We're going to see Hellstead on the Treb. No one trebbing just yet for the side of Toilet Paper. And we will see Kansas going into mid there. So let's see what's going on here. We're going to see, let's see, who is there anyone on Treb? No, it looks like everyone from Blue just left.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to restart this. Awesome. You know,
now they know what they're going to be doing anyway.
you know, this is what happens when Blue admins your thing and then says last second, this is the game, it is not a test. Okay, guys. Okay. Jesus. Come on, Blue, step your game up, buddy.
Oh, I feel sorry for Blue now.
No, I'm just giving him crap.
He's
like,
he's new at admin, man.
He's new at adminning.
he's a shoutcaster. We don't know how to do the stuff like that, I think. He's 3 years old?
No, I mean, he's admin a lot. He's actually... Blue's a total baller, because he's the kind of guy who just, like, does everything for this game. A lot of the tournaments that he was casting when he was, like, the only guy casting anything, really, was that... he was actually admitting them at the same time, which is so hard to do, because you can't, as a caster, you can't worry about who you're going up next. You need someone to tell you, okay, here's the server, here are the teams, just go. And he was the guy doing that. Therefore, of course, like, you know, big shout outs to Blue, because he is a total baller. There's a bug currently on the server, so we're just gonna wait until they reset everything, guys. But yeah, dude, game 3, prediction. Let's see. I'll make this bet. If you win your prediction right now, you can give away the gems. If I win, I give away the gems. And it'll all be through Twitter.
Okay, right. I don't know. Can I say The thing is, I don't know who red. If I say red or blue, then we don't know who's going to be red and blue. So
No,
that's
we know
probably
who's gonna be
about
red.
as accurate as my
Denial is red.
prediction is actually going to be.
Denial is red. And
Who do you think?
I think that we're gonna see Denial take this. I believe.
You're right.
Really?
That's the problem. We have to bet on opposite
God damn
sides.
it.
Neither of us win there.
Why do you have to agree with me? Why do you have to be so similar?
You know what? I'm going to go for blue because I'm pretty sure that most of them are from the UK. So,
Yep.
or at least one of them is.
All right. I'll take that.
So
bet.
that's the reason.
Yeah. Again, we're not on the wrong screen, guys. We're waiting for the server to reset and like kind of recycle and everything, because there have been a little bit of a problem. We did see a DC just now from the other thing. But yeah, guys, stick around because after this game, this single game that we've been getting into, we're gonna give away some gems, and then we're gonna get on with the rest of this tournament. It's gonna be so awesome to see, because in addition to these amazing teams, we have cheese mode, we have what used to be who gets carried hard, but I'm not entirely sure what which is now 55 HP monks, Eilani squad, Psycho Cowboys, Read It Backwards, War Bears. Very sick lineup. This is a really great week for the ESL Weekly Cup, man.
It really is. I mean, was it Cheese Mode versus War Bears? War Bears won against Read It Backwards. Nice, that was good.
It's Cheese Mode versus,
oh my
Psycho
god,
Cowboys.
the next 2 matches. Oh wow. Okay,
Oh,
I might need more coffee.
So whoever wins this
gonna
goes
be
on to face
mental.
55 HP monks, basically, is what we're saying, and that is super sick. That is gonna be awesome. So we're gonna. let me just pop back over to the game, get back into it. It is. Oh, come on, man! Stop the DC. Ah, jeez, man. So. They have 4 players on the side of Denial right now. I may lose this. They need their 5th in right now, so let's check out the map. Are you there, man?
I am, yeah. I don't know if this is gonna.
I think this is gonna stick. They're missing their ranger, so they're not gonna have that far point aggression that they had last time. But we will see that it looks like Hicks is gonna have to go in up against Zek and Super, but Vanish needs to come over and support as well. Knowing that Helseth is over on Treb, they did send PhD over there. He will drop a portal there on the Treb just in case PhD decides to not chase him down. But I don't think it's actually gonna happen. So we're gonna see a really interesting 4v5 here now, guys. This is really bad. So also for future references, don't let anyone into your servers who is not a caster or an admin. Apparently there's been a problem with that as well. Vanish going in now on, we'll see if he goes in on Super or on Zeko. It's just a matter of, he goes in on Zeko, gets the Bassi off there, man, and Zeko's actually just fine. They now send Page home as well to deal with his aggression, drops line of warning to keep anyone else following or whatever, but now the majority of the aggression is over here on Windmill, as Zeko's going to try and go in on Page. Of course, as I said, though, they're going to cycle, they're going to try and get in on someone, but Naita's going to get stomped out by Helseth in the mid. They still can kind of compete in this, but, it's going to be a hard fight for Denial if they want to win this 4v5.
I just left the match, man, so to get him in. So apologies, I'm not actually in the match at the moment.
That is alright. I'll solo cast now, and then you can give your opinion on what I say.
And I can go to the loo very quickly.
Yeah, go ahead and run to the bathroom real fast, man. Yes, I'm just gonna watch Helseth go ahead and treb away what's going on in the mid. Major aggression going in here. Hicks' assistant trying to take some shots in on Cannon Scout and PhD, and here comes Knight to support as well. Fluid finally back. Excuse me. Fluid finally back into this game here. Gonna go ahead and run up on mid, get some extra aggression in, dropping a Spirit of Nature Renewal as well, not able to save his teammate who just got stomped out there by Helseth on the Treb. Gonna get one last shot in before Super comes in, tries to do some damage. Super gonna go ahead and cycle off as well. Excuse me, as Zeko and a PhD go in on Vanish and Tage on the Windmill. This fight is going to be really interesting to see what sort of comes out here. Vanish driving the Shadow Refuge, already trying to keep stealth up as he goes in. Tage, though, about half health. Now he has to deal with Super, Zeko, and PhD. No one wants this 3 warrior lineup on them. This is so bad for Zeko, or rather for Tage. as Vanish is kind of just playing the side points, but here comes Hicks trying to get in the point as well, allowing Tage to heal up on the side, but no, he'll get dropped. Looks like Super's over here trying to get the stomp in, but Vanish will have other plans for him, as he's going to try and lock him down, and he will lock down Vanish, but it's not enough time for him to stop. Looks like the symbol will get up there. Vanish gets his Guardian teammate up just in time, and that is enough to get them over to Hicks. Will they get him before he gets stomped? And yet, no! He does not get res there. Wow, great stuff coming out from the side of TP here. I'm gonna need to take a quick break to drink some water because my voice is literally tearing my throat apart right now, man. There we go. All right, I am back in this. Fluid coming back in as well. Looks like Can Scout is over here with Vanish on now Mansion. Vanish is so mobile, able to get across the map pretty much whenever he needs to, but he's joined by Helseth over here. Helseth doing a great job putting in some aggression here as well. It's on 105 to 27. Really not a good spot for Nile. They were down that one man. They did finally get Fluid in. And looks okay, so Helseth is dropped on this portal. Vanish trying to get him up. People just trying to get up for both sides here. Can Scout gets dropped right across on Helseth. Will the stomps be enough to get him up? Looks like Super is trying to just get some DPS down on Helseth, but Vanish is stealth, rezzing him from the side there. They come back in, try and get it up. Looks like Can Scout will be up as well, so we'll have to see if Helseth will get dropped, man. Oh my god, just a matter of time before it happens, and Vanish goes down as well, so both of these guys are pretty much dead here. And looks like we're going to see the aggression go back to mid. Tage taking some help from the Treb, and I think that's Hicks dropping the Treb in there. Nida getting dropped, gonna get stomped anyway. Zeko going through, and power coming off from Tage right now. Fluid doing a great job with Tage in the mid, trying to get Zeko down. He's about to drop once again, and there will be another stomp for the side of Denial. They can't really come back in this game. Oh my god, looks like
Hello.
There you are. You back?
I'm back. Yeah, you alright? Your boy.
Dude, I am dying right now. I don't know if you can hear it, but it sounds like it just feels like the back of my throat. I really wish I had honey or tea right now. This is pretty ridiculous.
I'm feeling it. I feel bad for Denial now because I think this is a little bit out of their control. What's happening with DCs?
It's pretty ridiculous. This is. The DCs in the beginning, also there are some slight bugs going on right now that are pretty much out of our control. But Denial is putting a massive effort in coming back, where I'm watching Vanish just go ham on everyone, but then he gets dropped, and he's actually he dropped his the thief healing whatever right before he went down, was not to save him at all. He's teleporting off to the side, but the Treb shots, they can see him. He's gonna get taken out. 225 to 38, dude, it is not good, man.
I mean, this is it. I mean, I'm not sure what's going on now because of the map chat as well.
Sorry guys if I cough in the mic. This is okay. So here's what's going on. The admins have realized that they were not ready. There was a DC and whatever, so they will be allowed to replay this map if they decide to. And they are going to reset. Okay, so this match is going to get reset. Awesome. So we are not going to see a total stomp. We're going to, are we going to slash end game here? I think we just might. You're going to get you in the game, Dan, as well.
I'm going to play on the side of green. We're going to bring this freeway. We're doing it.
I'll play on green as well, man. Let's do this.
Let's get this. Who in Twitch? First 3 people. If there's a green team, will you play on it with myself and Sireph? I think Siref's going to play Guardian. I'm going to play a condition spec engineer with speedy kits. So what? Oh, maybe GHG. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Who's going to play with us? First 3 people in chat. First 3
people in chat. Come on. 1 minute delay.
Say I want to play green. I want green.
Change your chat color to green. Join the green team.
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
How do I do that? I can't do that, can I?
Yep. Oh man, if only there was a 5v5v5 option in this game, that'd be pretty sick.
I tell you what, this is what happens when you go live, and the thing is because the 2 teams are so tight, the points are really, you know, there's not really much separation. Everyone's feeling the pressure at the moment, so everyone's doing a really good job. It's more than fair that Red get to play another match, but sometimes guys who are in Twitch and watching this, we don't get the opportunity or the free time to get this done, because obviously you want to see a final, and so do we, and we don't want to have like just a couple of people watching this. We want to give you a good final, but also the guys deserve to have the chance to get there as well. So it's very difficult to try and get a mix between what you have to do in this situation, whether or not you let it play or whatever. But both teams agreed, so that's good. A good start.
Man, I just really want to get. I want to see which team goes on to round 2. So after this, we have like three more matches, and it's so normally we do like 5 total matches. This is pretty ridiculous.
It's mental. I mean, it's about 4 or 5 normally, depending on if we get time. Yeah. I think we'll have time for everything. It's good. We're good. I mean, it's worth. I mean, this match has been worth waiting for. I'm starting to get a bit too excited about this now, because now I just want the thing to bloody start. So come on,
it's
give
pretty
me tweets.
Like, oh my god. So, in addition to all this, though, after all is said and done, there will be a gem giveaway, guys. If you are willing to stay up forever, we will put some gems in your face. Also, shout out to Cade. Cade will not play green. Cade will play purple, I guess.
Purple?
I don't know.
I like purple as a colour.
He's not
playing
with us, so.
This Ken? I don't know.
Hold on to your
Guys, get proper names. I don't understand what.
Get proper names. Don't just face roll on your keyboard and enter when you're signing up for Twitch.
I mean, seriously, if people complain about getting their name said wrong, it's like, well, fair enough. If you're going to put a random J in the middle of Ken or Chris or Critches, I don't know how we're going to. There's flipping culture differences, you know. Like, remember, I'm from London. He's from New York. You're screwed.
Yeah, man.
I don't know if you're from New York. So
I'm from a city that is 40 minutes away from New York, in the good old state of Connecticut, where nothing happens.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a boring.
It's not Delaware.
What's wrong with Delaware, man?
I don't know. Wayne's World. We just got very bad. Just remembering Wayne's World and talk about Delaware, and they're like, "Hey, we're in Delaware."
Delaware. I don't even know how to respond to that. We're in Delaware. All right,
yeah,
guys.
that's it.
We're in
Wayne's World.
I have seen Wayne's World and the sequel.
I'm actually gonna turn off my camera.
No. I have seen it. I've seen it in the sequel. Great films.
Good
great
man.
films.
Thank you.
But we're in the Battle of Kylo, and we're just waiting on everyone in. And I'm gonna ask: is everyone ready for the third and hopefully final time?
Just got apparently there's one of the guys from IC or someone called Combat who normally plays in the toilet paper lineup. I'm not sure who
the only person registered on the toilet paper lineup that is not here is Lady Nagnag, and which is why I was like, oh, it's just like Car Crash, because it's like whatever, but then I was totally wrong, and they called me out on it like they should. So we are...
Oh, no, sorry, yeah, that's my bad. I read that completely wrong. Just ignore exactly what I just said. See, people need to write properly.
We're getting told that Vanish's mom is yelling at him, which is why he can't ready up. And just waiting. He's already ready up, so let's get these guys in game, man. Go. Go. You know,
he's getting yelled at, guys.
Yeah.
Give the guy some slack.
And now the game is about to start. So the last chance to nail out some strategy, and we're gonna see if the power of denial will be able to triumph over toilet paper, or will they be two-ply? And
gotta get over that.
What?
Triumph over toilet paper.
Yeah, man.
Hold on to your points.
No roll is the way to go.
Be a man. Anyway, so Tage going windmill, aggression coming out, Hellseth going far. He's going to be actually caught off by Can Scout, and this is going to be really interesting. He's going to be going 2v1 here over on Mansion. No, actually, Can Scout decides to just run away entirely, so Hellseth is going on PhD alone here. Meanwhile, Can Scout realizes, okay, well, there's someone going on Treb. Let's go ahead and use this. Yeah, he was actually Trebbing his own point, so Can Scout is going to go ahead and try and get this this Trebuchet down. He gets to about half health. It is probably safe to assume that with no one else here, he'll get it down, no problem. Tage coming in here, dropping the line of warding, tripping up Nida immediately. Fluid is down as well, so it's an 11 to 9 point lead for Denial coming in here. Nida though empowering off, and Tage is the only one left here for this team. Fluid does respawn just now, and we'll see what's going on here. Beam Super getting windmill now. No one has the point captured except Hellseth, who is about to capture Mansion about 3/4 of the way there, and no one's here to stop him. Can Scout trying to go ahead and try and do that, but he will not be able to in time.
I think the Warriors who are coming up against Hellseth at the moment are probably asking for a Mesmer nerf. He's just owning them really at the moment. They need to get 2 people on that guy because 1v1. I don't think these guys are going to have much of an
Dude,
impact.
Super just dropped immediately to him. But Fluid's over here. He actually dropped to Fluid. Fluid gonna get the stop in on Super, and he'll actually retake the windmill point. And if Hellseth can keep the Mansion point from Can Scout, they'll be up 2 points. But of course, I think he's about to run away. He'll lose that point. It'll be neuted in like just a second. He does get dropped, and now he's gonna send his pet off to him as well.
Red team got a
It's really Rangers, those Rangers spirit specs that give Mesmers the biggest trouble. I mean, obviously Warriors, if they get them in that stun kind of lock, and then they can just brutally destroy their souls, then then they're screwed. But I mean, he's doing really the Ranger now. He's against the Thief, but the Thief got him down really low, and now the Ranger's just coming back. He's got 2 or 3k, his health's coming back up, he's got his spirits now, it's back up to 10k, got another spirit up, so he's resetting all the time, so that point's contested for a while. Blue have only got 13 points.
Yeah, man, they need to get these caps off windmill. No one's there. They could easily send someone there. Check out what House is doing, though. He's going up, going to take on Super, going to eat this warrior alive, and try and get some aggression off and keep him from getting those trip shots off in mid. Meanwhile, Vanish, he was doing pretty well, but of course, as I come back to him, I notice that he's dead against Kanska, who has the survivability of a god. But we will see that now. Nida is going to go. He does realize that windmill has been sort of left to its own devices, and he'll start decapping it.
Awesome.
Will Fluid be able to get up there in time? I don't think so. The light of warning will stop him up as well. So now it's going to be a 2-cap situation potentially for the team of Toilet Papers. They're going to do a pretty good job, but Fluid comes in on him with Vanish, and Vanish is going to start just doing so much damage against Nida. If he can keep himself alive, he'll be lucky because he's going up against Spirit Ranger and a Thief right now, which is just so much damage. He does have that Mace focus out though, which might be his saving grace, Jebro.
Yeah, I mean, with that mace, I'm just going to double check to see if he's got the actual trait, which gives him an extra 250 healing power. Yes, he does. So Mace of Justice gives him an extra damage, an extra 250 stat bonus of healing power, which hasn't helped him as he's actually just gone down to Habib. But that knockback there, they didn't have any stability. They got Warrior there. Sorry, no, that's my bad. They haven't actually. So the stability was a bit of a. I will actually correct myself immediately.
What's going on right now is that Nida and Super are going up against Fluid and Vanish, and so Nida's very low. Vanish goes in, chunks him down into the down state. Habib is gonna try and get some cleave in on him, trying to res up his teammate before he gets stomped or gets killed and just outright. Vanish is gonna go down, doing some damage on him right now, but he drops the symbol. Looks like Fluid is trying to get some damage in as well, but they're both very low. The Super can actually drop one of these guys and go in for the stomp and res his teammate. He drops both of them. All of the everyone from the side of Denial is down. Habib, Super going in for the stomp on Fluid, gonna get it. He rallies. Nida's gonna go over and kill off Vanish. Great plays from the side of Toilet Paper. Gonna recap Windmill, and now there's gonna be a 1-1 cap situation, and they're gonna have to take the fight over to mid.
If they had a Warrior in that situation, Red would have won that fight, I reckon. But they didn't. But that was good, man. That was good because they were completely screwed. I mean, Nate was down. He's the Guardian now. He's the bunker one. He's the one who's going to be able to sort the situation out. And awesome comeback. The fight's going quite heavy down at mid. There's 2v2. It's
Oh,
still
dude, look,
contested.
look at what's going over on Mansion. The Super just cleaned up house. Can Scout is down, and Helseth is having a down fight with him. And, of course, Ranger down fight versus Mesmer down fight. It's going to... Not exactly sure this is a close one, but Can Scout's going to come over, just get some extra damage on him. So, basically, Helseth is going to die out right now, and blue team, TP, going to grab both side points now. Now, we're going to have to see Denial like pull out the communication, you know, actually count just like pretty much everyone does, and then split up accordingly. So Vanish is going in on their home point up against Nida once again. Pops the Shadow Refuge for stealth. Gonna try and stay alive much rather than, you know, get the pips off on the cap or just anything. He just needs to get damage. He needs to kill Nida rather than stay on the point.
In my opinion, what I would do here, he's got a short bow, so why not just... Alright, it doesn't matter because Helseth's just come in and killed him. What I would have done is, if I was the thief there, is I would have probably... Maybe that's why I actually went on the point, because I knew Helseth was coming in, but probably just use that short bow, just try to range him out for a bit, so he could actually... While he's stuck, because wasn't really contesting the point there, but they have got it back now. Helseth just... That damage as he came in was pretty mental as well. I mean, that was nice. They've left the point open. You know what? They're 50 points ahead.
So,
I don't know
it's like... Basically, these side points this game are like a 2-for-1 package. Whatever team gets one gets the other one. Now, Vanish is going to have a lot of trouble, though. Super and Cancer are here, as well as Fluid coming in as well. And this is going to be... this fight coming up is going to be the deciding factor going forward. Will Super and TP continue their lead up 161 to 127, or will Denial come back? Meanwhile, the House has dropped down in the mid, man, and that's not good for that fight.
This is what I mean, you know. I mean, it doesn't matter who picks blue or red, you know. I mean, at the end of the day, this is going to be a match that is separated on someone making a mistake somewhere.
Yeah,
definitely.
It's
not going to be like this team is definitely better than this team. I think blue are doing a very, very good job, because I think they're a lot more. It's a newer comp, you know, than Denial, but Denial I don't think have been playing as much as they would have normally.
They're getting the kills that they need, and PhD and Super just stomped out Fluid. I'm watching PhD right now just capping away at Mansion, allowing the rest of his team to put some pressure on mid. I'm really interested in seeing what Denial has to answer for this. Like, they are sending Helseth far, or if he comes up mid, I might be exactly wrong. He's coming up to mid on the side, the windows over there, going to drop some of the great sword skills. Of course, for those of you new to Guild Wars, the further you are away with that greatsword, the more damage it does. I'm going to try and do some extra damage here, but, you know, Super's going to go immediately in on him. I think they've realized how crucial Helseth is to his composition. Now 2 warriors are after him. That's Zeko as well, and, you know, I would not be surprised to see PhD come over here if he wasn't over, kind of almost bunkering over on home.
They made a mistake there, because they actually left their Guardian to bunker against 2 guys, and one of them was a warrior, so he's going to get that, you know, if he's popping stability, he's going to get that stomp off guaranteed. I think blue are going to find it very difficult to actually keep mid, because Zeko's just got mowed, and he's actually run off points to try and get survive, so he's not even going to go down on the point.
Zeko gets dropped. Tage trying to come in for the stomp right now, Jeb. Looks like he will get it, no problem. Yeah. So now Zeko is down, Super is down, Fluid going in for the stomp. Will it happen? Yeah, great turnaround now for Denial. However... Over here on Windmill, Helseth is having a lot of trouble with Can Scout. Vanish coming in to try and do something. Helseth does drop the portal, goes straight back to mid to deal with Nida, but then gets immediately dropped. Let's go in with him. Will he get stopped? No, he teleports away last second. Tage coming in for the heal. He'll get back up immediately. Line of warding, though, comes out from Nida, stopping him from getting in on the point. Just a second, though. He will be just on the edge and just able to do just enough damage. PhD, though, comes in, trying to figure out will he go in or not. Playing footsies there on the window before jumping in with that bow. Firefield's coming out once again, and this is going to be a great fight coming up here in the mid, man.
And Nate has just gone down. He's getting the reds though. Oh, you know what? They're on the Treb. They've got no one on the way to Treb. Habib just got so lucky there, because Nato went down and the Treb just brought him back in, but Hicks has now come over to the Treb. There you go. He's just run off. He knows there's no point in getting.
This is a great cycle. They know that they're going to send someone to Treb, so they're going to take this opportunity to go to Mansion, where Vanish is waiting, trying to cap, but not quite able to. But if they get the kills, Denial can come back. That's only a 20-point differential, and they do have the only capture point. Of course, as I say that, though, PhD, so bossed, going over to Windmill, going to be able to cap that up, no problem. And now with the majority of their people here in mid, they're kind of splitting. I would say not. I hesitate to say incorrectly, but they're just not winning, man.
Everything is contested.
Everything is up for grabs.
I don't want to say anything
because
everything's too even, and it's like the thing is, as soon as the situation seems to go a bit tits up, they get on the treb and they start hitting the point. So like blue are counteracting the team fights with the treb. So if I was red, I'd be going for that treb. I'll counteract their treb, but go and get it down. I'll get it to like 5%, so they can just, you know, keep it out of the fight. So the team fights, all right, they might go back to it, but then kill it. Just get rid of it.
Yep. We're seeing Super drop, though, over here on Windmill. The Stomp has just gone through on him from, I think that was either Helseth or Higgs. Let's go with Helseth as he tries to go in on this, who is it? He's going in on PhD. PhD does get dropped. They're going to get the kill immediately there. And now the only person left here for the side of TP is Nida, who also gets dropped. They'll wipe the entire blue force off the face of Windmill right about now. There's that war piece up. Great stuff from Helseth. He'll get Windmill now that they can defend right now in the mid. If they can send someone over and deal with Treb, they'll get the lead. No problem. If they're just 2 points behind, they've come back and they've decapped Mansion. Great stuff from Denial here. Portal over here on Windmill just in case someone decides to be aggressive and annoying. Oh my god, this is great from Denial coming back in this game.
And look at the time on the clock. 3 minutes 20 seconds, and we are only 13 points difference. They need to decap Windmill now. Blue needs to decap Windmill right now. Helseth's watching Windmill, but he's got Portal there, but no one's actually there. They need someone from Blue. There you go. Habib's running over there now. Mid-fight's pretty intense
Super's gonna
as well.
do that, but I don't know if Helseth will allow that to happen or not. I think he realizes what's going to come on. He's going to drop the other portal. He's going to go in, and he's going to stop the decap from going down. Super knows it's going to hit him upside the head with a hammer, knock him back as well. But, you know, Helseth is being, PhD's coming up. Hicks' sister as well. He's going to be a 2v2 here on Windmill. This is the linchpin of this game. 356 to 326, 245 left in this game. Tage coming up to support as well, and Helseth is going to go ahead and cycle back to mid as Tage goes out and taps in for him. Super is actually coming out here as well. Hicks' sister going in on PhD. One-on-one now in the sides, and they do have their Can Scout Ranger driving away at the mid, man. What did you see?
I just saw Helseth get basically screwed on his way to mid. He missed a jump heading up to the point, and he got trained down from behind by the warrior, which is going to be a little bit. It's going to be very impacting. Look, did you see Fluid go down as well? So Helseth's respawning. This mid fight needs to be over, Blue, very, very, very quickly for you to get this match back. Look, and they're still on the treb. Look at the Ranger doing so well. Look, he's going from Mansion to the treb, popping a shot off, then moving back. You know, he knows, he's talking to the rest of the team. He knows that 2 guys from the opposite team went down, so he can get to that point and they can actually use that treb. Look, he's actually going to move off the point now of Mansion, so he's being very, very, very. This is going to be.
He doesn't know if he needs to be in the midpoint for the resurrection or not, and I think like that's what he's trying to decide here with his team. And he actually might just push straight forward into Windmill, where most of the pressure is. Hicks is very low on Windmill, by the way. Gonna cycle out here, taking a lot of shots. Nina dropping some shots on him as well. PhD is chasing him down. If he switches the longbow, he can get some shots in again. He's just not quite able to. He misses that last one as well. Firefield going down. He's gonna try and get some stability in here as well. Oh my god. Oh my god. And we see at Mansion Helseth coming in for the final cap. This is it. I think that they cannot come back if they get. Oh well, he doesn't cap that at all. So
just decapped.
It's 40 points with 1 minute to go, and I think that I'm gonna call it for Denial, man.
I think it's comfortable. Oh, that's not fair.
No,
that is not fair.
It's not fair. It's not fair. Okay. Well, if they come back, man, you'll win. You get I'll pay you in Quidditch or whatever they use in England.
Quidditch.
All right, that's seriously
a Harry Potter game.
I know, man. Looks like Nida's going and gonna try and drop some powers off on himself. I guess going up against Helseth, and here comes Super as well. Gonna come in and try and get his last fight off. It's 4:45 to 396. 27 seconds left on the clock. Will they get to 500 though? We'll see Vanish though over here on Mansion getting the cap. This is great for Vanish and the side of Denial. They're up 60 points and counting, man, and counting.
So really, really, really good. You know, when we actually talked about it, we actually talked about the fact that Ranger not sure whether or not he needed to go, and at the end of the day, that's what potentially lost them the match.
Not knowing
I
if he had to
think
go to
I'm
mid,
not sure
whatever.
it would have gone. I think Denial might have won it, to be honest, maybe, but it would have been tighter. But you know what, the Ranger had like it wasn't his fault because he needed to. They needed to be offensive, but they just couldn't counter Helseth. Helseth was the person they couldn't. They did a couple of times, but not to the point where he was just running off point, running out of the fight. Knew that the rest of his team could stay there, be okay. Went to a point, decapped, put the portal down, and just he went back to the fight, and he did really well, did really good job, and Denial everyone did really good job.
I think it was that entire match so sick.
It's like watching all of Lord of the Rings in one go.
Yeah, the first game was Fellowship. The second game, Anyway, moving on. We're going to go into our first semifinals match after this break, guys. Don't go anywhere. There's more Guild Wars 2 action coming up. Real fast, though, we did promise we'd give away some gems. So here's how you do this. I'm going to drop, actually, a quick thing to do. Click to tweet. And then all you have to do is click the link, tweet it out, and then you have a chance of winning some gems. Come back, we'll give them away, and it's going to be awesome. I'll drop it in chat in the middle of this next commercial break. Guys, do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.